Hello students! The purpose of this video is to give you some introduction and background on Athenian democracy and introduce you to the central historical question that we will be addressing as part of this assignment. A little background about Athenian democracy starts in the 6th century BCE when Athens was the site of an ongoing fight between the rich Athenians who controlled the government and a lot of the natural resources in and around Athens. They were fighting with the poor Athenians, who were mostly farmers and merchants. In about 508 BCE, a wealthy Athenian named Cleisthenes rose to power in the city-state. The following year, Cleisthenes introduced a system of government known as democracy. Democracy, which you probably heard that word before, is a form of government where political power comes from the citizens. The word democracy has its origins from the Greek word demokratia. Demo means the people, and kratia means power or rule. The Athenian form of democracy was what we call a direct democracy. This means that citizens were allowed to vote directly on laws and government actions. This is different from other forms of democracy, like one that we call representative democracy, in which citizens elect officials, then those officials vote on laws. The Athenian democratic government was divided into 3 branches: the ecclesia, the boule, and the dicasteria. The first part, the ecclesia, was the assembly. This was Athens' main governing body and made the most important decisions, including voting on laws, deciding whether to go to war, and determining foreign policy. Any Athenian citizen could attend and vote in the ecclesia, which met 40 times per year. The decisions made by the ecclesia needed only a simple majority to pass. The second part of the Athenian democracy was the boule. The boule was a council of 500 men, 50 from each of the 10 Athenian tribes, and these men were chosen by lottery, meaning they were chosen randomly. They served 1-year terms. The boule made the decisions about the day-to-day government and decided what issues should go in front of the ecclesia or assembly. The final and last part of the Athenian democracy is known as the dicasteria. This was the courts. The courts were made up of 500 men from Athens. They all had to be at least 30 years old or older, and they were chosen by lottery, meaning they were picked randomly. They decided legal cases by majority rule, and there was no official police or lawyers in Athens. Rather, the Athenian citizens served in these roles. Now that you've learned a little bit about Athens' democracy, this is the historical question that we are going to eventually answer. After you read the historical documents and answer the document questions, you will eventually engage with this question, which is, was ancient Athens truly democratic? Before you do that, the next step in this process is to read through the Athenian democracy documents and answer the document questions.